Hi everyone, it's Kristen. Thank you so much for joining me on the Pretty Coffee with Kristen show. We're doing an afternoon version of the show, and I have my friend Deborah here with me today, and what we've been talking about is stories. Stories of the things we've done, and also of, let me tell you, this is one of the craziest stories that have ever happened to me. Cray. Okay, this is what happened. First of all, where do we start? Let's begin with don't let your ego get so big. Two, there are a lot of lessons in this story actually. The first one is ego. The second one is when you know something isn't right, stop. That's also part of the story. All right, this is what happened. I had read a book a few years ago, and I liked what the author had to say, so I contacted the author, and we went back and forth, became friends. And so what I did was we went back and forth. And, well, one thing led to another, and she wanted to kind of start a business with me. You remember this story.
Yeah, oh, very well.
Very well. So... So she wanted to start a business with me. So I said, okay. So we kind of started talking about the details. Well, the more she got talking the more I realized that what the business was I was going to do all the work and she
was going to take all the praise.
She was going to take all, and she wasn't. I was going to work and she wasn't going to work. So I said, okay. So that really wasn't going to work for me. So I thought, this is where my mistake. This is my mistake was. I should have just been honest, but I wasn't. Lesson learned. Be honest. I wasn't honest. So what I thought was, I'm just going to go away. I'm just going to go away.
Off the grid.
I was going to go dark and off the grid. Well, that's where things... Okay, well, I thought that was a good idea. No, you know what? Be a big girl and just be honest and say, listen, right?
Yeah, tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be honest. So, okay, this is what happened. All right, so one day I was home, and the knock on the door. 2 policemen came and said, hey, very, very serious, very serious. And they said, is Kristen Schmidt here? And I said, You know how in the movies when people say, who wants to know? That really goes through your mind when you say, who wants to know? But you can't say that, can you?
No, you can't.
So, no, you can't.
And they're very serious.
They're all business.
No messing around.
There's no messing around. They're there for a reason. And I said, yeah, well, that's me. And so they gave me a business card. And they said, you need to call the sheriff. You need to call the sheriff right now. And they're like, serious. So I start shaking. So I take the business card. I go,
what did I do?
What have I done? What have I done? So I went ahead and I called the sheriff and I said, hey, it's Kristen Schmidt. I was supposed to call you.
What up?
What up? And he says, do you know this person? I got tears. And I said, well, yes, I do know this person. And he said, well, this person called a few weeks ago, and we kind of didn't take her seriously. And I said, okay. And he said, well, she called back today, and her husband was, worked for a big news, like one of the major news companies.
Boy.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And she said that if I didn't respond and the police station didn't call her to let her know that I was okay, then she was going to put at the bottom, the bottom of the crawler where the, like the major news, like, where is Kristen?
Like an Amber Alert kind of thing.
For me.
Yeah.
Like, where's
Kristen Alert?
Where's Kristen? Because I hadn't contacted her So the only reason why I wouldn't have responded to her phone calls was I was dead.
Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth. I should have just told the truth and said, listen, sister, this isn't going to work. So, you can imagine, the sheriff, he didn't find the humor.
No, they were serious.
He was disgusted with me because of all this. So, I went ahead and I said, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh my gosh.
This
is the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing. So, I'm fine. I'll call her, let her know that I'm not dead. We don't need to call. No authorities needed.
No.
So, anyway, the story, the moral of the story is just be honest. If you don't want to deal with somebody, just let them know. Don't let them have to bring the sheriff into it. Because, and also with her ego was so big that the only reason why I wouldn't call her back was because I was dead. So.
That's not how you get your 15 minutes of fame.
No. So, anyway, that is the lesson to this is, don't let your ego be so big that someone's dead if they haven't contacted you. And my lesson in this is be honest and say, listen, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work out for anybody. So thank you. It is what it is. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend with me today. My name is Kristen. Thank you so much. Go out and be honest. Be honest.
Just be real.
Be real. Be honest and go out and have a pretty day. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.